Hello guys! Welcome back for that second devlog. Today, we'll talk about map layouts, new graphics, height map, and the map. First thing I want to show you, is the graphic changes. I remade the trenches layout to make it straighter, so now they are more flat, but also looking better, as it fits the tile aspect of the game. Speaking of tiles, I made new trench tiles to give more details to the trench. For that, I used real pictures from the war to design a correct trench passage with duckboards and fire steps, as well as some inspiration from that forgotten game Fritz, which I find its graphic awesome. I designed new sandbags layout to have more details on the map. But even with all these modifications, I found the map still flat, so I added depths. But how do you add depth to a 2D top-down game? Well, you know how perspective works. The closer an object gets from the point of view, the bigger the object appears to you. From the camera, which is above the player, the only way to tell the height of the player is to modify how big is the character. For example, when the player is in the trench, which is below the ground, the player will be scaled down. On the contrary, if he is on the top of a hill, he will be scaled up. Now the question is, how do you know if he is in a trench, or on a hill? Well, if you have a height map, then you would just have check on which tile the player is to determine its scale. So that's what I did. I created a height map using tiles for the map. Then, each frame, each character checks the height tile he is currently on and modify its scale according to the value of that tile, which is, to make it simpler, the name of that tile. And there we go, we have depth in our game. Another problem I met with this new trench layout, is that soldiers, when asked to go from a place in the trench, to another place elsewhere in that trench, always take the shortest path thanks to pathfinding. But for example, if they want to go from there, to there, the shortest path requires the soldiers to cross the no man's land, where they are uncovered. That's why I created once again a new walkable collider called No Man's Land, representing the no man's land for the NAV mesh. The thing is, I increased the weight of that area, which means that the NAV mesh agent will try to avoid this zone when there is another path. It's a great method because when the soldiers are attacking the enemy trench, they still can cross the no man's land, because there is no other path, and yet, they will try to go as fast as possible into the enemy trench instead of staying uncovered in the middle of the battlefield. Next update, the map. I created a map on which you can see where are the allies' squads. You can also give movement orders with the map. The map script first find every squad leader with the squadron manager. Then it converts their positions to the map local position. After that it displays the squad number at the correct location. Of course, due to a matter of performance, the conversion occurs only when the map is open. For the command, I used the same method of conversion to give the world location of my order. To finish this devlog, I want to talk about post-processing. I created few profiles, day, dawn, night, with some grain and noise effect, as well as rain with a particle system. It gives that sad/depressing aspect I am looking for to the game, to remind how terrible this war was.